How you doing out there, everybody? My name is Mark, and I am studying to take the MCAT. So I wanted to talk to you about what it means to study for the MCAT, or at least what I'm doing. So I have been studying for the MCAT since January of this year. And basically what that means for me is I was looking at the four areas of the test, the academic part, which is biology, chemistry, organic chemistry, and physics. So the first part of this year, the first 3 months, I was studying biology. The next 3 months, I was studying chemistry. The next 3 months, I've been studying physics, but it's taking me longer than that because I'm still looking at that physics. And toward the end of the year, I plan to study organic, which I've already started. So here are some of the resources that I'm using. My number one resource is the Kaplan MCAT Premier. This is an invaluable tool. I mean, you have to have some type of test prep book. And I chose this one because out of all of the books that I saw, this one was the most comprehensive. It's one of the most expensive because it's the most comprehensive. So it retails for $120. I didn't pay $120 though. I got my copy off Amazon. It was used but still in great shape for about $50, and it's been an invaluable tool, so I highly recommend it. So basically when I study, for example, when I'm doing my physics, I would look over a chapter in this book. So right now I am in chapter 8, which is DC and AC circuits. So I read over chapter 8 and kind of see what they're talking about, writing down the formulas and, learning as much as I can. But these test prep books, they only give you the highlights, okay? So that doesn't really teach you. That just kind of tells you what you need to know. So my next part is my textbooks. So I've got 4 textbooks. The physics book I'm using is this one, which is really just a basic high school textbook, but it's got just about all the concepts that are talked about in the MCAT book. So right now that puts me in chapter 22, where I'm learning about circuits. So I get to read about it. It kind of expands on what the MCAT book, the Kaplan Premier, was telling me. It's got problems for me to practice and that kind of thing. Now, it's not chapter per chapter, because in this physics book, circuits is not only chapter 22, but it's chapter 23, series and parallel circuits. So I'll get to that. But it just adds on what I got from the test prep book. So you can't do it all with one book, is what I'm saying. So you need your textbook. Also, what has really been probably, I would say, my hidden weapon is Khan Academy. My lectures on Khan Academy are just amazing. If you don't know about Khan Academy, let me tell you, if you've got an iPad or an iPod or an iPhone or any iDevice, you want to definitely go to your iTunes, and I'm pulling up mine right now, your iTunes, go to iTunes U, which is the part that's got the educational things, and you want to look up Khan Academy. You can't see this. Khan Academy. But he's got something for just about every subject area that I need. So if I go to his physics, then I've got these 5 to 10 minute lectures. Here's one on Newton's law.
Back from my hiatus. I was so burned out doing all those SAT problems, but now I'm ready, and I will start doing some physics. So we had done a bunch of projectile motion, what happens when you throw something in the air or drop it from a cliff. But now what I want to introduce you to is how do you actually affect the acceleration of an object. And to do that, I'm going to introduce you to Newton's 3 laws. Newton's 3 laws. And this is kind of to some degree, what we were doing before was derivative of what I'm going to do
Okay.
now. But this is kind of the backbone of
So
classical
here he is
physics,
writing on the little
Newton's
board
three
for
laws.
us.
And you've probably heard of these before. Newton's three laws.
Okay.
Sometimes they call them Newton's
So
laws of motion. Or
what I love about this is when I'm in the car on my way to work, I can listen to these. When I'm standing in line at the bank, when I'm in the grocery store, even on breaks at work, and when I'm at the gym, when I'm running on the treadmill, I can listen to these. So I'm always learning. There is no downtime. So the concepts that I'm introduced to in the Kaplan book, and I get reinforced with the textbook, I get to hear him go over them. And with all of that layering, that really helps me get a good grasp of these things. So, Khan Academy, my secret weapon. Also, on your my iPhone, this app, this MCAT app, if you load it, it will give you MCAT once a day. And it asks you a question every day. And if you get it right or get it wrong, it keeps track of your statistics. It will tell you, is this a biology question, an organic chemistry question, a physics question? And it will even give you tips on what concepts to go back and study. So that's an amazing tool. And that's basically what I've been looking at for the past year. As soon as I finish this physics and this organic, what I will be doing daily is taking practice tests, because I've got a bank of about 15 practice tests, and I'll be doing those, pretty much every day. Also, I plan to purchase a series of books from the bookstore by Exam Crackers. I think it's 1,000 physics, MCAT physics problems, 1,000 or MCAT organic problems, 1,000 MCAT biology problems, like that. Just to make sure that I'm really clear on these concepts. I thought I was taking the MCAT in January, but when I looked on there, I looked at the testing dates in my area. I found that unless I want to travel, which I do not, I will be taking the MCAT in March. So that gave me 2 extra months to study. So I will check in from time to time and let you know how it's going. And hopefully you'll let me know what you're studying. We can kind of trade some tips. But that is how I'm doing it. And I'll let you know how it works in a couple months. Thanks. Bye.